Love is in the air. Or, rather, in the animal kingdom. Monogamy and lifelong pair bonds are generally rare in the animal kingdom. Humans like to think of themselves as a particularly faithful species, but when it comes to true fidelity, many other animals offer better examples of how to keep a relationship together. When it comes to monogamy, biologists generally distinguish between social monogamy and genetic monogamy. With social monogamy, a couple lives together and shares resources and the care of their offspring. In genetic monogamy, the pair exclusively mates with one another. In mammals, around 3 to 5% are considered socially monogamous. With birds, remarkably, the number jumps to around 90%. While most creatures are busy swiping left and right on their dating apps, some species prefer to commit for life. That's right, but which animals mate for life? Today we're counting down the top 10 animals that stay together until death do they part. Kicking off our list with termites. These tiny bugs might not seem like the most romantic creatures, but they're actually very loyal to their partners. In an ant colony, a queen mates once with the males, stores the gametes for life, and the male ants die shortly after mating. In contrast, several species of termites can form lifelong pair bonds between a female, queen, and a single male, king, who literally give birth to their entire kingdom. Termites tend to stay with the same mates for a long time. In fact, termite couples spend their entire lives together, building and maintaining their home with impressive teamwork. They might stick together for as long as 20 years in some species. If termites do break up, things can get ugly, and relationship splits are often accompanied by physical violence. Termites may chew off each other's antennae, for example. Next up, we have the French angelfish. These flashy fish aren't just stylish, they're also devoted to their mates. They form monogamous pairs and can often be seen swimming together in the same territory. You are unlikely to ever find a French angelfish alone. These creatures live, travel, and even hunt in pairs. The fish form monogamous bonds that often last as long as both individuals are alive. In fact, they act as a team to vigorously defend their territory against neighboring pairs, particularly during spawning season. Researchers have also observed pairs of these pattern fish traveling to the water's surface to release their eggs and sperm together. No list of monogamous animals would be complete without the swans. These elegant birds are known for their dramatic courtship displays and their lifelong commitment to each other. In fact, when one swan dies, the other is often so heartbroken that they don't mate again. Swans form monogamous pair bonds that last for many years, and in some cases, these bonds can last for life. Their loyalty to their mates is so storied that the image of two swans swimming with their necks entwined in the shape of a heart has become a nearly universal symbol of love. One species, the mute swan, primarily mates for life, except in certain circumstances. If either the male or female mute swan dies, the remaining partner typically finds a new mate. If the male mute swan mates with an older female, he joins her territory, while if he mates with a younger swan, she joins his. Female mute swans usually find a new mate quickly, and most often it's a younger male. Why do so many birds mate for life? It isn't as romantic as it first appears, though. Considering the time needed to migrate, establish territories, incubate, and raise young, spending extra time to attract a mate would minimize reproductive time. Moving on to a bird that's less romantic but equally devoted, we have the black vulture. These scavengers might not be the most glamorous animals, but they have one of the lowest divorce rates in the animal kingdom. In fact, black vultures have been known to stick with their partners for up to a decade. Graceful necks and heart-shaped cuddling are not a prerequisite to a faithful relationship. In fact, black vulture society makes show of that. They have been known to attack other vultures that are caught philandering. Researchers looked at genetic evidence from DNA fingerprinting to study the black vulture's monogamy. A study published in the journal Behavioral Ecology found that bonded pairs of black vultures stick together year-round. They also share the responsibilities of incubating and feeding their young equally, taking turns sitting on the eggs. Couples that parent together, stay together. Speaking of long-term commitment, our next animal is the albatross. An albatross may fly great distances over the oceans, but despite its extensive travels, this bird will always return to the same place, and the same partner, when it's time to breed. Pair bonds between males and females form over several years and will last for a lifetime, cemented through the use of goofy but affectionate ritual dances. In fact, the birds will court each other for years using those dances in order to pick the perfect partner. An albatross only lays one egg each year, so it's important that it chooses the best partner with whom to raise its limited number of chicks. These seabirds spend most of their lives flying over the ocean, but they always return to their mate to breed. And when we say always, we mean it. Albatross couples can stay together for over 50 years. It's not quite so perfect as it sounds, however. According to the Ocean Conservancy, the albatross may be socially monogamous, but sometimes engages in extra-pair copulation. Albatross will mate with another bird that is not their life partner, all while maintaining that life bond with said partner. While to some people this may seem nefarious, it isn't uncommon in the natural world. Back on list, we have the turtle dove. Turtle doves are also known as mourning doves or rain doves. These lovebirds are so devoted to each other that they're often used as a symbol of true love. They form strong pair bonds and can even synchronize their mating rituals to ensure their young are born at the best time. A male courts a female by flying to her noisily, with his wings making a distinct whistling sound. He then puffs out his chest, bobs his head repeatedly, and calls to her. When the pair starts bobbing their heads in unison, they are smitten for life. So, there's a reason that turtle doves come in pairs in the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. Another bird that takes mating seriously is the sandhill crane. These majestic creatures have one of the most intricate courtship dances in the animal kingdom, and they only perform it for their chosen mate. Once they've found the one, sandhill cranes stay together for life. Sandhill cranes find their lifelong mate on breeding grounds during mating season. The single cranes perform dances and make loud calls to find their partner. While the mating dance is most common during the breeding season, the cranes still find time to dance, even after they've found their lifelong partner. After mating, the male and female cranes care for their nest together while the male stands guard. Once the eggs are hatched, sandhill cranes remain a family unit until the juvenile cranes are ready to venture off and start their own families in about 10 months. The couples stay together for years, raising one brood each year. Next up, we have the prairie vole. These tiny rodents might not be as glamorous as some of the other animals on our list, but they're famous for their monogamous behavior. Although most rodents have a reputation for promiscuity, prairie voles break the trend, generally forming monogamous pair bonds that occasionally last a lifetime. In fact, the prairie vole is typically cited as an animal model for monogamy in humans. They huddle and groom each other, share nesting and pup-raising responsibilities, and generally show a high level of supportive behavior. When a partner dies, the other displays a form of grief. If a male vole shows even the slightest hint that he's not going to stick around once babies are born, the female will grab him by the scruff of the neck. That's rarely necessary, however, because after all, the word vole is an anagram of the word love. Prairie voles form strong bonds with their partners and even get jealous if they think their mate is flirting with someone else. Our next animal on the list might surprise you. It's the wolf. While wolves are often portrayed as lone predators, they actually form strong family units called packs. The alpha male and female usually mate for life, and the entire pack works together to raise their pups. Often portrayed as tricksters and con artists in popular folklore, wolves have a family life that is more loyal than rakish. Normally, packs consist of a male, female, and their offspring, essentially making wolf packs akin to a nuclear family. The older offspring even help take care of their younger siblings. Alpha males, however, have a tendency to cheat on their partners. Occasionally, a lone wolf will be welcomed into a pack. A pack can range from just 3 or 4 wolves to as many as 20, depending on the food supply in the area. Last but not least, we have the gibbon. These acrobatic apes are not only impressive to watch, but they're also known for their monogamous behavior. Gibbon couples sing duets together to mark their territory and strengthen their bond, and they can stay together for up to 20 years. Gibbons are the nearest relatives to humans that mate for life. They form extremely strong pair bonds and exhibit low sexual dimorphism, which means that males and females of the species are of roughly equal size, a testament to the fact that both sexes are on relatively equal footing. The coupled male and female will spend time grooming each other and, literally, hanging out together in the trees. Their connection is reinforced by the time spent grooming. But these unions are not as straightforward as they seem. With mates occasionally philandering, and even sometimes dumping a mate, the gibbon mating culture has started to look a little less idyllic. And that, my friends, concludes our list of the top 10 animals that mate for life. From the small but mighty prairie voles to the majestic and romantic swans, we hope you enjoyed this journey through the animal kingdom. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, whether you are a hopeless romantic or a skeptic of true love, these animals prove that loyalty and commitment are not just human traits. These creatures have found their soulmates in the wild, and they're making it work. So, the next time you're feeling discouraged about your love life, just remember, you're not alone. You've got some amazing animals to look up to. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fun and informative content. And, of course, if you know any animals that mate for life that we missed on this list, let us also know in the comments below. We might just feature them in our next video. Until next time, keep the love alive, just like these amazing animals do.